Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you're watching me from. It's your girl again from Lola from the speech. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for returning and clicking to watch. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for my returning subscriber. I want to say thank you. And for you that you're just seeing my face for the first time, my name is Fumi. I'm a registered behavior technician by profession. I'm working under the supervision of a board certified behavior analyst, BCBA. They are individuals that supervises the registered behavior technician in order to ascertain that the practices with special needs children are properly done in a right way. So if you're seeing this space for the first time, welcome. I really appreciate you. And please do like this video and share to your friends and stay tuned to the end. So to my subscriber, there are a series of things that I've started the couple of weeks. I've started talking about those that are looking into switching into this field. So they're considering taking the RBT exam in order to have the privilege to work with special needs children. So to the last video, I talked about how I passed my RBT exam at my first attempt. Wow! Yes, you heard me right, at my first attempt. It's not so difficult, so I have shared all my experiences in the last video. If you care to watch, please go. I'm going to be linking I'll put the link in the description box so you could watch my experiences, and it's a bit of a story time. The video was a bit of story time during the exam. So today I'm going to be talking about after you have prepared and then you have been given the dates to write the exam. On the very day of the exam, what do you expect? What are the things you should expect, or what are the things you should put your mind to? So today's video is going to be talking about that. So sit back and relax as I take you along. So the very first thing that you're going to be asked on that on the day of your exam is you're going to be asked to submit some of the documents for verification. So some of your documents you want to take a picture of them and send to the board on that very day. So you'll be asked to submit your mode of identification, either your international passport or the any ID card that is verified by the government. You're going to take a picture of those documents, and then you're going to send it to them, and then one passport photograph, or two or one passport photograph. You're going to take a picture of them, and then you're going to send it to them to ascertain or to know the authenticity of the person sitting for the exam. So in the situation whereby I registered for the exam and then somebody is sitting for the exam for me, so they want to know if you're truly the one that wants to sit for the exam. So after you must have submitted your mode of identification or your means of identification, either your international passport or your driver's license or any of the documents you have, in as much as government is the one that issued it, so you're good to go. So once you submit the documents, they are going to send you a kind of feedback, maybe a check or something that it is verified and it is accepted. So the next thing you're going to be asked to do is you're going to be asked to take a photo or a photograph of your environment, depending on where you're going to be sitting for the exam. So if you're in your room, or you're in your sitting room, or you're in your bedroom, or you're in your office, you'll be asked to take a photo, the 4 angles of your room. So you're going to take a photo of the first angle, the second angle, the third angle, and the fourth angle. So you're going to send the four different parts. So you're going to send 4 different pictures to them. So once you take the photo, make sure that there is no background or anything distracting. So every area is cleared of distraction. So once you take the photo, you send it to them, they're going to verify and they're going to send you it's very okay, it is verified. So after you must have taken all these pictures and you must have sent them to them, I know there is a tendency that you're going to be tensed. There are tendencies that you're going to be tensed, you're going to be anxious. This is this is the time that you don't need to, admit any form of anxiousness or any form of fear into you, because you have read whatever you've prepared. All the questions are in your head, and now when you allow fear to come in, that, oh, I'm sending all these pictures, what is going to happen, what is the likely questions, let me just send all these pictures and then sit back and just finish this exam. It doesn't work that way. You just need to go through the right processes. So those are the processes that you're going to, go through before you actually sit down and be given the questions. So the next thing you're going to be asked to do is, after you must have sent the pictures and everything, they're going to ask you if anyone is in the room with you. So in the case whereby there is someone in the room with you, or there is someone, or there are people around you, it's not a very good place to do the exam. So you'll be asked to tell those people to leave the room, or you'll be asked to choose another place, a quiet place that only you can be there to do the exam. So if anyone is in the room, or if anyone is right with you during this time, the person will not be allowed. So it's just only you and your system. So you might want to do the exam alone in order to avoid any form of distraction. Once you have cleared your environment and there are no form of distractions, the next thing you're going to be asked to do is you're going to be asked to sit down and face your computer system. When you're in a hot seat, you're going to sit down and then wait for the questions to be thrown to you. So that is how you're going to sit. You're going to sit down and then they're going to ask you to log into your system. While you're doing all this, they are in their end, they're watching you. You can't imagine, you are not seeing the people watching you, they're just watching you. Yeah, you heard me right. They are really, really there. In their end, they are watching you. They're doing everything possible to make sure that the exam is not compromised. Yes, because if the exam is compromised, then the genuinity of it, it's being altered. So you might want to just sit down and follow the instructions being given to you. So as I was saying, you'll be asked to sit down and relax. Sit down and relax for a few seconds, and then you'll be asked to log into your system. Meanwhile, they have control of your system. They are in control of your system now, because during my time when I was doing it, I just found out that my Google Chrome was not working, anything was not working, it was just only the site. You can imagine how this is. I mean, it's a proctored exam. I must give it to them. It's a top notch. It's really, really, I must say, oh, they really, really put in so many efforts in this, and kudos to them, because people working with special needs children, they need to pass through some rigorous, training, to see that it is not just a menial job. It's not just anyhow work. You can just come in and then fizzle out like that. There should be a kind of restriction. Yes, there should be a kind of restriction that not everybody can do this job, but if you have the passion to do it, of course you can, you can go through the processes, the right processes, and become an expert in it. So after you must have sat down in front of your system, you're going to go through that link and then click the link, and then you're going to have like 90 minutes. Yeah, you'll be given 90 minutes to do the exam. So once you're given 90 minutes, once the first question pops up, your time has started. So immediately you start, the question comes up, your 90 minutes starts from that moment, and then you'll be given like 80 questions to answer. In the meantime, they are watching you, And the things you're not supposed to do while answering question is you're not supposed to whisper, or you're not supposed to be turning here and be turning there, be doing this or doing any form of behavior that is not allowed, that can, it can jeopardize your chances, and it can question your ability in that particular time. So you don't want to put up some behaviors that are not really examiner like attitude, let me put it that way. So you'll be asked to read the question inside not outside. So in my own case, I was, because I'm a person that likes, when I read aloud so I can, understand. So I was like mumbling the words, the sentences, I was reading it out. I was like, a behavior that happens to be a behavior that happens to be. My mouth was moving and they were watching me. Guys, I was like, okay. At the point, I was put off guard. There was a question I couldn't answer. I just relaxed and then I paused. So, and they were watching me. And I said, okay, let me read this question, because if I read the question aloud, it makes me understand. So I was trying to read the question and then I just heard a voice. We noticed that you're whispering and you're reading out some things. This is not allowed. Please take caution or we're going to log you out from the exam. Guys, I was tense. I was afraid. I even thought maybe they're just going to shut me down, because I'm actually using their server over there. I'm not using my server. Everything is just so confusing. So they had to warn me ahead that this behavior is not allowed. Guys, I didn't expect that somebody was just going to talk, was just going to communicate with me. I was just thinking maybe it's just like an ordinary exam, and then I can just answer it, I can behave anyhow, and that's it. It's not like that. It wasn't like that. It was it, but I didn't expect. That's the reason why I'm just sharing this for those that are intending, or those that showed interest in doing this. So these are the things you're going to expect. So after that, I was reading the question in my mind and then I was answering. The ones you have the chance of skipping a question and going back to it. If you're confused with the question, you can actually skip and go to the next question in order to avoid wasting time. I did so many skipping. I was just skipping a lot of questions because the questions were so tricky. They were similar but different answers. So I skipped a lot of questions, and then when I was sure about 60 questions I was sure of, I went back to the ones I skipped. So I took my time because I still had more than enough time to answer those questions I skipped. So guys, if you're writing this exam, try to skip the ones that you can't remember. The questions that seems to be so tricky, just skip them and go to the next question in order to save your time. Because once you spend more time on a single question you don't understand, you will not understand it and you're wasting time on the others. So it's better you skip those questions you don't know and then come back to it later on. So in my own case, I had enough time to answer those questions I skipped. I had time to analyze them. I put those questions in my daily routine, my daily situations. I analyzed them and I feel that, okay, this is the right answer if I have analyzed it this way. So I picked the answers and all that. So in the end, before I start for the exam, someone told me that immediately you were going to get your score and your results. In my own case, it wasn't like that. I even thought maybe once I finished the last questions, I clicked on submit and finish. So once I clicked finish, do you know what, guys? My computer went blank. You heard me? My computer went blank. I mean, it was as if my computer crashed. I was trying to put it on. I said, have I really submitted this question? What is happening? Have I failed it? That I can't get my score. So I was really worried. So I called someone, the person I sent out. Actually, I called my spouse in because I sent him out of the room because I wanted to do the exam alone. So I called him and said, I don't know what is wrong with the system. I couldn't even communicate with them again. They just shut my system down. Everything was just blank. So about 20, no, it wasn't up to 20 minutes. I think 10 minutes after, I had to turn on my system. So it came up again, and then I was able to log in. So when I logged in, I couldn't log into the exam again. So I was worried that what happened, what could have happened. I submitted and I clicked finish. So what happened? So I quickly sent a mail to the board that these are the challenges I had, this and this and this and this, and then I was told that I was going to get my results immediately. I clicked finish if I really passed it or if I had failed it. But I just got locked out. So all of a sudden, I don't know my fate at that particular time. So, and then it took them like 20 minutes or 25 minutes for them to reply me back. So I asked them, I wanted to know if I really passed the exam or if I failed it, and then I was sure that I was going to pass. Yeah, I was sure that I was going to pass because I had a positive mindset, and I have this belief. I believed in God that whatever I put my hand into, it's going to yield good. It's going to turn out to be a good result. So I had that positivity. I had the God factor in me that I will not write this exam twice. I'm going to write it once and I'm going to pass it. So in the mail, when they sent the mail to me, that I just saw, congratulations, you have passed. Oh my God. I didn't get to know the score. Maybe it was 75 or 80 or something. I didn't get to know. I just said, congratulations, you have passed the exam with 75%. Guys, I rolled on the floor because this exam is, if you pay it, then you have to start studying again. I mean, it's so stressful for you to fail and then start studying all over again. It's just as if, oh, you're being defeated, by some questions that seems to be so tricky. I rolled on the floor. I was really praising God. I was like, thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you, everything you've done for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for making me pass this exam. It was really a great experience, It was my first experience, a monitored exam for that matter. Every exams I've been attending is just face to face, and then everybody's just, relaxed, writing your ideas and everything, answering the questions. But this one, for the fact that somebody is at the end, you don't even know that they have made, maybe their panels sitting there and just watching only you. What is it? That tension will be there that you don't even know what they are thinking in their mind. That even if she shake like this and then we're just going to log her out, or we're going to log her out of the exam, and then she's just going to pay. But thanks goodness, it came out to be. It's really worth it, guys. You will enjoy it. Just relax. These are the key notes or the key points I wanted guys to take in this series of being an RBT and becoming a registered behavior technician. Number one, you just have to be positive about it and have the God factor. Whatever you put your hand into, just say yes, God is in it and I'm going to do it. It will yield success and it will yield better results. Number two, preparation. You cannot leave it to God and neglect the part of preparation. You have to prepare. Number three is you have to study hard. You have to study. You just have to study. When you study, put God first, and then have a positive mindset and remove fear. Please don't be afraid. Don't be anxious. Don't put anything in your mind. Just put the exam in your mind. Whatever stress that you're going through, just remove it. Take it off your mind and then focus on the exam. So whenever you finish the exam, you can come back to those challenges you were facing before. But in the meantime, in the exam mode for that month, you have to You have to be positive about it. So I hope you have been able to get one or two things. You've been able to learn one or two things, even if you're not considering, being an RBT, or you're not considering this field. It's a great lesson for you to know that there are some particular people that have devoted their time in taking care of special needs children. These are the rigorous training they go through in order for them to be qualified, even not more than qualified, to handle special needs children. They are not just anyhow kids or anyhow children. They are special, and we need special treatment for them. So these are the things I have been able to go through for me to be qualified to work with them. So I hope you've been able to learn one or two things. I appreciate you for following me through all this series. I cannot thank you enough, because if you are not there to watch the video, the awareness is not just going to spread as I wanted. But I'm very happy that the number of views that I'm seeing, I'm really happy about it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Please do like this video, subscribe, come on, subscribe, so that we can show love to those children. When you subscribe, your friends subscribe, you share to your friends, the video keeps getting to everybody, and then the awareness keeps spreading, and then before you know it, the whole world will be able to know that there are some kids that need special attention, and these are the services that they are undergoing. So please do like this video, subscribe, and share to your loved ones. Share to everyone in your contact, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you.